Well, we're in our second full week of deer season. So I'm just slipping down into the property to do two things. I got some coyote traps set, so we're gonna check those. And I'm carrying the rifle just in case we bump a deer or see something. I've only got doe tags left. So we're just gonna slide down through here real quiet. We got the wind in our favor, blowing away from the property, and so we'll just walk down here and see what we find. So I'm not much of a coyote trapper. I can catch fox pretty easy, but haven't had a whole lot of luck trapping coyotes. Now it could be just I'm not setting where there's numbers of them, but we have had quite a few coyotes in here this last summer. Haven't seen them much this fall and winter yet, but we got some sets down here nonetheless. So we're just gonna walk down through here and see what we see. Late season, the deer do a lot of bedding up in here. The wind is right, it's coming across here, and so my wind's not blowing in there. So we've got our two coyote sets right up above me here, and just below me is the tent. And you know, in previous videos we've had those coyotes really close, and usually they're running across up here just like the deer do. So I have three sets up through here that hopefully if the coyotes come through, they're going to investigate them and we'll catch them. I don't believe I'm going to change the dynamics of the coyote population by any stretch of the imagination, but we're going to try to catch some nonetheless. And I'm always watching this hillside as I'm sitting here talking. So anyways, we're going to go check these sets and probably go down to the tent, get a fire going, get it warmed up, and that's what we're gonna do. Let's go check these sets out. So I use waxed dirt on my sets because everything is so wet, and we get into this rain freeze. So the waxed dirt is amazing, and I'm gonna put in a little clip right here that I took because one of my traps was basically underwater, and I snapped it off. And you'll see how that waxed dirt works. It's amazing. So you can see this set right here. When I dug it, it's like a step down dirt hole. I had to actually cut it so it would drain. I don't know how that's gonna affect the coyote when he comes by, but it was just filling up with water no matter where I put a set in here. But things are freezing down. They should get better, but the waxed dirt makes a big difference. Here's another one. So that's the two sets I have down here. I'm going to put some more in as the weather gets a little colder and things start to get a little harder. Everything's not so wet. It's been difficult to make any sets because around here it's just clay, and you dig a hole and it fills with water. It's like a bathtub. So rain's gone. It's below freezing right now, so we're gonna go down here to the tent and get a fire going. Let's get a fire going. Pine needles, of course. Pine needles work wonders. They burn fast, but it gets things going. There it goes. That drafted quick. That's good. We're having some trouble with drafting. Get that pipe warmed up. And I think I might have to lengthen my pipe a little bit. It's not very high. It's not really above the peak of the tent. And it's tucked into some pines a little bit, so we gotta change that up. It works good enough for now. See, that's drafting well. So this stove has actually been working out pretty good. Our old stove, we got maybe 2.5 hours of a good burn on it, and then you'd have to add more wood. This one we can get 4.5, so it's a lot more efficient, which is nice. You don't have to get up in the, 3 or 4 times a night to keep it warm in here. It burns less wood, so our wood supply will last a little bit longer. But it's been working out great. It's a stove from Davis Tent, and it's nice. So we'll get it warmed up in here. I'm gonna probably walk up around, and I got one more set to check, and we'll get it warmed up in here and come back and hang out for a bit. This is actually pretty nice. In some stoves you have to grab the lever here and it can get pretty hot. But this one, it's got this little loop on it. You can just lift it up. It never gets hot. It's pretty nice. I tell you what, having the stovepipe go through the sidewall and eliminating the hole in the rainfly has been a game changer for our tent. We don't have to worry about snow getting into that, because that was a fairly large hole through the rainfly, and when we'd get heavy snow, it would all pack down in there, and I'd have to get in there and dig it out, and then it would be dripping down the stovepipe, and I wish we'd done that in the first place. This has worked out real well. It's already warm in here, super warm, and it's been maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes. That's an awesome stove. All right, we're gonna take a little walk. Got this warmed up, got the water on. I'm gonna have some coffee when we come back. One thing I did do is I put this little gutter on the rainfly, and that eliminates water from dripping down into our pipe. Works pretty good. We got some really fresh tracks crossing the road here. So I just real quick jumped up into the blind because those fresh tracks were heading up into this brushy hillside, and maybe I might catch it coming across. This year my food plots were pretty much a failure, so and we don't have any acorns. So I think the acorns is the big issue for our deer numbers here, because below me is all oak woods, and the deer are typically coming through those oak woods or coming off the hills into the oak trees to eat the acorns. But 2 years ago we had a major gypsy moth infestation, and I did a video, I think, that I had that in there. You could hear them eating in the trees. You could hear the poop raining out of the trees, and I'll put a link right up here someplace to that. But they destroyed the acorn crop for that year, and then this year we didn't have any acorns either, so no acorns anywhere on this hill that I know of. No one's seen acorns. So what are the deer eating? The 2 deer that I shot, they were all just greens. Usually when you open up a deer this time of year or during the bow season, they're full of acorn. This year, nothing. So it's changed the way the deer are moving through here, which is too bad, but I was able to take 2 deer. So I could be happy with that. Like I said, I could probably use one more. So you can see behind me we got lots of bittersweet, and it's popping up in numerous spots. So that's one of the things I got to try to eradicate. Vines just wrap right up the trunks and eventually chokes them out. And it spreads pretty easily. The seeds drop off and they're viable for numerous years. So it is a problem to get rid of it if you don't catch it early. And I found little pockets of it here and there, so we're gonna have to keep our eye on that. We're gonna throw some chaga in our coffee. It's good stuff. I got this other set right behind me. Yesterday I caught a red fox in it. I can see it from my house. And those 2 rooster pheasants were down here harassing it, believe it or not. I can't see, I have to stop looking over there. I have to look over here.